It is Thursday, May 24th, 2018. Bumps, 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 bumps. This is Guy's Daily Drive. Good morning. As I said, it is Thursday, and I have started and stopped several daily drives for various reasons. As time has gone on, it has actually been well over a week since I've had a Guy's Daily Drive that I thought was worth posting, and maybe this one won't be either. I don't know. All kinds of stuff has happened. Nothing earth-shattering, nothing that is going to bring a tear to your eye or laughter to your heart. Well, it might bring some laughter when you think about some of the stupid crap that is my life. Last weekend, we went to North Carolina for Tracy's side of the family, a family reunion, and it was actually a lot of fun. And I almost always have a good time when I go down there. There was one major exception when I did not, but that was more weather related than anything else. That's a story for another day. But we've kind of gotten into this routine where when we go down there, before we were kind of staying in Smithfield, North Carolina. Now, I wouldn't blame you if you don't know where Smithfield is in North Carolina, even if you go up and down the I-95 corridor on a semi-regular basis. But right around mile marker 97 and 95 in Smithfield, there's this big outlet mall shopping center. And that's where Smithfield is. But one of the other things they have there in Smithfield is a research center that is related to families and families that have grown up and lived in the area. So we go down there, and we actually would normally stay in Smithfield, and Tracy would spend a good day over the course of a couple of days to go to this research center and look up relatives that she'd gotten more information on since the last time that she'd been down there. And genealogy is a fascinating topic, and how some people are like really super interested in finding out who their ancestors were, if there was anyone famous, and so on. I don't care. Honestly, I really don't care if there's anyone famous in my family. There probably isn't, other than the closest I have to somebody famous in my family that I know of was my Uncle Andy, who was this amazing guitar player. But stories about Uncle Andy can come another day as well. So this time, though, she didn't want to stay, Tracy didn't want to stay in Smithfield, because almost all the activity that we were doing outside of research was in the Irwin Dunn area, which is roughly 20 miles to the south. So we drove down, and we left on Friday. I don't remember what day Friday was. It was the 17th or the 18th or something like that. And we did stop in Smithfield so that she could go to the research center that afternoon. We left relatively early on Friday. And then I went over to the little shopping area, and they have a big and tall store there. And, I am both big and tall. So got a few things there, but mostly just puttered around waiting for her to, I almost said for her to get done, but she was basically there until the place closed down at 5 o'clock. So that's what we did. And then we had did dinner with some of the relatives. We drove down and checked into our hotel. Had some dinner with some of her relatives. Saturday, and I gotta say, the weather driving down and the weather for the most part while we were there was just awful. It did get better on Monday when we were leaving, but the way down, the rain was coming down so hard that Tracy actually suggested, we could pull over and we could just kind of wait this out. But it looked to me like it wasn't going to end anytime soon. And I didn't want to spend hours waiting for a system to move through, so I was like, no, we'll be fine, and we were. But Saturday, we had the reunion, which was going to be at noon. So, to keep ourselves occupied, we went over to, I think it's Benson. I found this online, this little antique shop. So we went over and checked that out, and that was fun. Then we went to the reunion. It was good to see everybody. Funny thing. Typically, they used to have these reunions at a Western Sizzlin', which is a steak chain here in the U.S. And it's okay. It's nothing special. They have a big buffet. This time, and I wasn't really sure what to expect. This time they had it at Sandler's Mile House Diner, which is part of this big site that also includes a truck stop. And I was thinking, a truck stop diner for a family reunion. How's that gonna work? And I had eaten there before. I had gone there for breakfast once or twice, meeting with various people as we were leaving the area. But I'd never eaten anything other than that. Well, they set out a buffet. Not as elaborate as like Western Sizzlin', but at the same time, they weren't looking at their watch after an hour trying to figure out when you're going to leave, which was the biggest problem with Western Sizzlin'. Is it was like, hey, yeah, great, glad you're here, give us some money, now get out. That was kind of the impression I got from Western Sizzlin'. But no, this place was well lit, it was well appointed. They had probably some of the best fried chicken. Oh my God, this chicken was amazing. And corn and green peas and a salad and homemade breads. They had a delicious, I don't even know what it was. It was some kind of apple cobbler dish thing that was also really good. And the piece de la resistance was this, wasn't a strawberry shortcake, but it was like a cake that had strawberries in it with delicious icing. And it was just really, really good. And very reasonably priced. Each person paid about $9 plus, whatever they wanted to give for a tip. And, you know what? For something like what this was, that was a hell of a price. That was a really good price. The food was excellent. Of course, the company was really good. It was great to see everybody. So absolutely no complaints. And would I go there again? Would I roll my eyes because we were having a family reunion at what essentially is a truck stop diner? No. Everything was great. No, I'm not a snob. I don't care. As long as the food is good and the people I'm with are good, then the setting and the ambiance and all the rest of that nonsense, I don't give a crap. So that was Saturday. And after the reunion, Tracy had a list of 4 graveyards that she wanted to go and check out. These graveyards, of course, are filled with potentially people that are her, I guess, former relatives. And Google Maps, of course, not Google Maps, Apple Maps got us everywhere we needed to go based on the address. The car I had, I didn't take the Flex, the Mighty Flex that I'm in right now. I was going to rent another Kia Soul, but they didn't have one, so I ended up with a Buick Encore, which is a much more upscale car than the Kia Soul, even though they're both made in Korea. But I have to say that after experiencing both of these cars, I like the Soul better. The Buick was comfortable. I didn't have as much leg room or side-to-side room as I did in the Soul. Visibility was more limited in the Buick than it was in the Soul. And I got more road feel from the Soul than I did the Buick. The Buick kind of felt like you're floating a little bit. And, that's my problem with most luxury cars is you don't get any feel of what it is you're doing. It's like it's just kind of bouncing along as you're hurtling down the highway. I don't particularly like that. So anyway, it did have Apple CarPlay, and we plugged in the addresses that we had for these 4 graveyards, and got the 3 of them with absolutely no problem. They were right where they said they were going to be, easy access. The 4th one we couldn't get to because we think it was on someone's private property, and we couldn't see a road that was going to get us anywhere near it. So that'll be an excursion for another time. But all in all, it was a nice weekend, and it was great to see everybody down in North Carolina as usual. And I'm looking forward to doing it again. Now, if you would like to get a hold of me and suggest more graveyards to go to, you can certainly do that. You can reach me at guy@mttfgo.com or guy@mymac.com. You can also reach me on the Twitters. I am Mac Parrot over there on the Twitters. And what else? We have a Skype number, which of course I won't be able to play while I'm tooling down the highway, because there's just no easy way to do that without endangering myself and everyone else that's around me. But you can still call the Skype number and leave a message. 703-436-9501, 703-436-9501. Coming up in July is the MacStock Conference and Expo in Woodstock, Illinois, about an hour outside of Chicago. So it's super easy to get to. This is the 4th year for this conference, and it's amazing. I made a lot of comparisons early on to the community feel of the Macworld Expo, but now that this is in its 4th year, it kind of stands alone on its own as far as community event goes. And this one is no exception. It's, we've got some great speakers this year. Tim and I are doing the MyMac Game Show quiz, as we've done in the past. Bob Levitas is going to be the keynote speaker, and he's also going to participate. I'm not leaving yet. He's also going to participate in the MyMac Game Show quiz, along with a few others. It's going to be a little different this year, but when you consider all the things that this conference is going to have, and it's going to have lunch every day for both days of the conference. It's going to have, you're going to get a T-shirt. You're going to have access to every single speaker. That there's no curtains to try to peek around or anything along those lines. Everyone is very friendly and very open. Walk up to anybody. I'll be doing podcasts with my mobile podcasting kit while I'm there. Please, if you do go, make sure you come up and say hi, that you saw me on Guy's Daily Drive. The cost of the conference, compared to all those other conferences out there, is ridiculously cheap. It's $249 for the entire thing. There's nothing else you have to buy beyond, of course, any food outside of the event, your lodging and your transportation. Everything else is covered. $249. And if you would like another $70 off of that price, use the code MyMac, MYMAC, which will reduce your cost to $179, which is crazy, crazy cheap for something that is just so great. So check that out. Just Google Macstock Expo and it'll come up. Mike Potter has about 1 billion URLs that redirects to the main site. Don't miss this. If you're in the Chicago area or can get to the Chicago area for the weekend of the 21st and the 22nd of July, don't miss this. This is every single year. This has been an amazing event. So that's going to do it for. Can I get over? Yes, I can. That's going to do it for Guy's Daily Drive for today. Thank you all for watching. I'm starting to lose my voice. Thank you all for watching, and I will see